Good morning. Today we are talking about ordered pairs, and we're kind of moving from the function machines that we talked about in our last video to moving those functions into ordered pairs. So first, let's review quickly what an ordered pair is. And an ordered pair is a set of two numbers. They're both in parentheses like here. So we have the ordered pair 4, 3. And if we have this pair, remember the first number in your ordered pair is your x coordinate, and your second number in your ordered pair is your y coordinate. So if we're looking at the ordered pair 4, 3, just as review, remember we always start at 0, 0. Our x coordinate, we run first. So we go to the right 4. And then our y coordinate, remember we jump. So we go over 4, run, jump 3, and we would graph 4, 3 right there on our graph. And what we're going to look at today is taking in a function rule and changing the numbers in a lot of ordered pairs. So let me explain what that means now. Okay, so here's our first 4 ordered pairs we're looking at. You can notice here I have 4 unknown points. On this one I have x comma 6, so I do not know my x, but I know my y is 6. On this one I have 4 comma y, I know my x is 4, but my y is unknown. The next one I have 2 comma y, so again I know my x point is 2, my y is unknown. And the bottom one here I have x comma 11, so I know y is 11 and x is unknown. And so what we'll be working on today is finding that missing point in our ordered pair. So for the rule, the function rule for these 4 sets is plus 5. So I know to get from my x to my y point, I'm going plus 5. So let's look at these 4 points. So I know on my first one here, x comma 6, I know it's some number, so my x, some number, and I know it's plus 5 equals 6, because right there it says my y is 6. Let me erase this other one to get it out of the way. So because right here it says my y is 6, my x is unknown, so I know it's x, some number, plus 5 equals 6. And so what I can ask myself is, I can subtract backwards to find out what my x is. So I can go 6, well, minus 5, my x has to be 1. So this point has to be 1 comma 6. And I know that because x, some number, 1 plus 5 is 6. Or if I go backwards through a function machine, I just do the opposite sign. 6 minus 5 is 1. So I know that point is 1 comma 6. Let's look at the next one. Here, my rule is still plus 5 for this point. So I know this one is 4. I know my x is 4. We go through the function machine. Plus 5 equals some number, y. And I know that 4 plus 5 is 9. So I know my x will still be 4. And I know my y point on this one will be 9. That ordered pair will be 4 comma 9. Now look at my next one. They give me the x already of 2. We go through the function machine, and I know my rule is still plus 5. And so I know 2 plus 5 will give me y, or I know 2 plus 5 is 9. So I know, 2 plus 5 is 7. So I know this ordered pair is 2 comma 7. My last one here is another one where I don't know the x, but I know the y. So I know it's x, some number, but I know that number plus 5 equals 11. And so what I can do here is I can go backwards. 11 minus 5 gives me 6. And to check that in my head, does 6 plus 5 equal 11? It does, so I know that point ordered pair is 6 comma 11. I'm going to put a few of these up on the screen with a new rule for you to try now. Okay, I put 3 new points on the board, and we have a new rule. So our new rule here is -3. So whenever we go through this function machine, I know it's going to be x, our first point, is going to go -3 before it turns into a y. So go ahead and pause your video now. Try to find the missing points on these 3 points. So your first one, your missing point's a y. Second one, the missing point's a y. The third one, your missing point's an x. So try those 3 and see if you can correctly find the missing point in all 3. Then unpause and check your answers. Okay, so if you did these correctly, your first one here was 7 comma y. We didn't know our y. So if we have 7, we run that 7 through our function machine, our -3 rule, you should have gotten a y point of 4. So you should have gotten 7 comma 4 for your first ordered pair. For your second ordered pair, it's 12 comma y. So they gave you x is 12. We run that through our function machine, a -3. Our y point should have been 9. We should have gotten 12 comma 9. Your third one, we had x comma 1. So we didn't know our first one. Oops, let me change that to red. We did not know our first point, but we know whatever x is, when it went through our function, our -3 rule, it came out a 1. So if we go backwards, 1 plus 3, I switch the sign when I go backwards, I know x would be 4. And to check that, all I have to go as well is 4 minus 3, 1. It is, so I know my correct point there is 4 comma 1. Hopefully this is making sense to you. It's just kind of a add-on to the function machines we practiced last week. We'll try this some more in class, and hopefully it's making sense. Have a good day.